Hi, today we're going to be talking about combinations of transformations. That means when we have two shapes and multiple things happen to them. Translate, rotate, reflect, or dilate. So often we just have one or the other, or one of those different transformations, but today we're going to be looking at what happens when we have multiple things. So for example, let's say we have this shape here, and often when we have a shape, the points will be labeled A, B, C, or whatever letters. And first we're asked to reflect over the y-axis, and then we're asked to rotate 90 degrees clockwise. So first let's reflect. To reflect, I notice I go 3 towards the y-axis, so I'm going to go 3 away to get A prime. I go 4 towards the y-axis, so 4 away to get C prime. And I go 6 towards the y-axis, so I'm going to go 6 away to get B prime. And now, of course, I can connect the dots and make my actual shape. So now I'm not actually done though, because I've been asked to do two things. I reflected, but now I also have to rotate 90 degrees clockwise. So now I have 4 sideways and 6 up. So I go 6 sideways and 4 down to get my A. Now we call this A double prime because it's the second thing we're doing. Okay, B, I go 3, 6 sideways and 5 up. So now I go 5 sideways and 6 down to get B double prime. Again, because that is the new one. Okay, I did something wrong. Let's see, this one was only 3 sideways. So I'm going to go back and just fix that. This should have only been 3 down. And let me show you, the way I knew is because these two are supposed to be like 3 apart. So these should also be 3 apart. Okay, and then C, I go 2, 4 sideways and 2 up. So now I go 2 sideways and 4 down to get my C double prime. And of course, I can now connect the points to make my actual shape. And now this right here is my final answer. So if they only want me to put my final answer, then I have to erase all this and I only draw this. So I went from A triangle ABC, triangle A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. That's the first type of combinations of transformations you might see. Another type you might see is where they already give you two shapes and you have to look at that and go, what happened? So first we have to figure out which shape do we start with. Well, we start with A, B, C, D, quadrilateral A, B, C, D, because it doesn't have any primes, which means we're going to end here. This should be labeled A double prime and so on because the two things actually happen. But now we notice that A was on the left side of the shape, but over here it's on the right side of the shape, which means it flipped over. So I'm looking for, remember, if I'm going to count 2 spaces towards the line, then I count 2 spaces away, which means the line it flipped over is actually right here. So it's not an axis, but they actually reflected over the line x equals 3. Then that would have put it right here. Let's see. Oh, well, anyway, 2, 4, 5. So 2, 4, 5. So that would have put it over here. Now, obviously, that's not where the final shape ended up. So this one's actually a little easy. We can tell all we did is we took it and we slid it down 1. And that's going to be our combination of transformations. Reflect over the line x equals 3 and then translate down 1 unit. So when you're looking for these types of transformations, first you look for the orientation. Did it flip? Does it look like it turned? Does it look like something slid around? Or did it get bigger or smaller? Those are the different things that are going to help you find your combination of transformations.